Hi friends, it's Laura with Laura's Handmade Haven. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. I have a very quick and easy project for you today, and it's going to be with some vintage linens. So if you have some pillowcases, doilies, or anything of the sort lying around that you're not really sure what to do with, and you're not going to use them for their intended purpose, check this out and see if this may help you with a little bit of home decor. I have 3.5-inch bamboo hoops laying on my craft table today, and I also have some vintage linens. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of lay them on our doilies and see where we want our little images to be centered in our circle, and then we're going to cut them out around, and we're going to put them into the hoop and glue down onto the back, and we're going to have a cute little home decor item lickety split. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of take my hoop apart, just unscrew it and loosen it up a little bit, and then move this one down below and move this one up above. And I like that. Very cute, right? So now I'm going to tighten this down. This is seriously so quick. These would be great for little Christmas tree ornaments even, little home decor objects. Maybe you have a bunch of linens that your grandma made and you want to share the wealth with some family. And then I'm just going to leave myself about 1 inch and cut this out around. Like I said, I just want to keep this very quick and easy. And yes, I'm cutting through some of the embroidery. It's going to be okay. I have not used these for probably 25, 30 years. So believe me, being used in a cute little hoop is going to be much better than just laying in a drawer somewhere, rotting away. All right, so now what I'm going to do very slowly is I'm just going to run a little bit of glue inside. Hang on. Put another glue stick in there. I'm just going to run a little bit of hot glue for about a couple inches probably inside the hoop. And I'm going to start the process of bending that fabric down and around. Just like that. But I just want to go small sections at a time. I don't want to get you don't want to go all the way around it because then it's very possible that your glue will cool off too quickly for you. Again, just moving that around. Now over here, I don't have very much. I was pretty close to the edge, so there's not much there to bend. I'll show you how to deal with that in a minute too. And again, just bending that around. And this hot glue is going to stay in place and keep this in the hoop the way you want. Careful, don't get your finger in there. And then we're just going to run a little bit of glue right on this edge. Very carefully. And then just press that down into place. Now, obviously, you want to make sure that you have this all pulled tight on the front before you glue anything down. But that really is all there is to it. Now, if you wanted to add a little piece of fabric or a little piece of felt on the back of this, you most definitely could. But I'm going to leave it just like that because that is going to be perfect hanging in my craft room. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more of these up and just show you the process again, just in case you missed it the first time and you don't want to go back. So from that same doily, I think I can get another one. And since this one, we used the purple flower, this other one, we're going to use the gold flower. And again, just slipping that hoop underneath our doily. And then moving this to how we want it centered in our hoop. I'm going to go ahead and move that over so this other little yellow flower here isn't in there. Get a little more of the green. And I did loosen that a little bit, but not enough, apparently. Let's move that up just a little. Get away from that edge a little bit. There we go. You do have to be a little flexible on the exact measurement, especially if you're working with something like this where it is right on the edge. So just keep that in mind. And I am going to pull this tight around then again, just taking my scissors, cutting off the excess. I'm not sure if my mom or my grandma or my sister stitched these, but somebody did. It wasn't me. All right, now I am pretty close to this top edge too, so we'll have to do the same thing there as we did with that lower edge earlier. And just running my glue right inside, bending this down. Just stick in there. Hot glue is amazing for this type of project. I am getting a little brave there, going pretty far around. I broke my 1 or 2 inches rule there, didn't I? Hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, we're fine. All right, and then we're just going to put a little dot of glue on the fabric itself to get that down. Now I have 2 other little things to choose from here. I have this large one that has really pretty flowers in it. And I have another one just like the other one. So let me show you another idea of what you can do. All right, so I do want all of these a little different. So these are different because I have the yellow flower and then this one has the purple flower and they're going opposite ways. For this one, I think what I'm going to do is go right here in the center. And I'm going to move it up just a smidge. And over just a smidge. And I'm tightening it down. And I am going to pull that just a little bit because it is a little wrinkled in there, but not too bad. That looks, I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this and we'll glue it down. And I could definitely save that other side for another little project if I want. We're just folding in that excess fabric right along that glue line. Pressing that down really good around there to make sure that everything's happy. And you could trim off this a little bit. Once the glue's dry, you can take some scissors and trim this out a little bit if you want. I'm probably going to leave it because I don't want to ruin, I don't want to risk punching a hole or anything in my embroidery, but you could do that. So here's the third one. And then for this last one, what we're going to do is just use a different area of the embroidery. This is actually a little bit of a different design. And just, you know, wherever you like the design the most, just center your hoop and press it down. You want to be probably about 1/2 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch out from your hoop where you're cutting this fabric off. Just enough to bend around and down. I got a little too much right here, so I'm going to just trim that down a little bit. And I think I am going to trim this off too. Just because I have plenty of fabric there to bend in, so I can lose some of that. Now, the last thing that we're going to do just to make them easier for hanging, we're just going to cut a length of ribbon. This is probably about 12 inches long. It's actually 14. And to make these so they hang flat on your wall, you want to take the loop through here. It's folded in half. I'm just going to run it up like this. And then I'll tie a knot in the opposite end. So then you can just hang it on a cabinet door or a nail on the wall or off of the Christmas tree branch or whatever you want, and that way it will hang flat. Whereas if you tied a knot through here, the loop would be going this way instead of this way, and it wouldn't hang flat on your wall. So let's get loops on the other three, and we'll do a wrap up. Again, you're just going to fold that ribbon in half, run it through the hole or on that hoop. Bring the tails up and go through, and then tie a knot. And this is just an overhand knot, but it'd be enough to hold this into place. These would be super cute if you were styling a bathroom with vintage things. I don't know why I see these in a bathroom, but I think they'd be so cute. I think I'm going to use them in my craft room just to kind of get a little interest on the wall. More interest. I know I have a lot of things on my walls at this point. I think all of us do. Do you guys have creative spaces that you work in? I just feel like I want my space to be filled with pretty things because it makes me feel like I can be creative and free to explore in that room. All right, so let's show these off. All right, no one judge me. I still have my strawberries up from I think May or June. It's been kind of it's been a very busy year. So we're just gonna hang these right here. And this is so cute. What a quick and easy decoration. I'm gonna put this on the lower hook just to give a little more interest there. And then this last one, let's just hang it off of the rolling pin up here. I really was not paying attention whatsoever when I put them up there and which one was where. But it worked out all right, actually. You know what? I think I'm gonna switch these two. But that's definitely a quick and easy little home decor project, or like I said, you know, depending on what your embroidery piece is, you could definitely use them for Christmas ornaments. You could use them for home decor in other areas of your home. You can use them on the kitchen cabinets, on the knobs for the kitchen cabinets. Wherever you want to hang a little vintage linen piece, this may be one option for you. So look through your treasures and see if you have some. Maybe you have a table runner that one end is all stained and gross, but the other end is okay. And even if it is stained, that's just going to add another little level of interest to your vintage piece. So look through your things and decide, what could I use to add a little extra vintage charm to my space? And I hope that you find this tutorial quick and easy. Until next time, find joy in all you do, carve out some time for crafting and creating, and remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.